Hey guys, I'm Manisha Gupta, and the conversation on cryptocurrencies while is heating up, so is the work on CBDCs, that is the central bank digital currencies. CBDCs are not going to be like cryptocurrencies with a high volatility rate, but it will just be the digital version of the fiat currency. So it will be backed by a considerable amount of monetary reserves like tangible assets or currency reserves. It will also carry a unique serial number just like the paper notes, so that each CBDC unit can be distinct from the other CBDC unit to avoid fraud. It will be part of the money supply, so the CBDCs can be used along the normal currency and will be heavily regulated by the government. Well, only 5 countries have deployed CBDCs so far, and that is the Bahamas, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Lucia and 2 Caribbean countries. But 14 others are conducting pilot programs. In May 2020, only 35 countries were considering having their own centralized cryptocurrency. But now, 81 countries are mulling over whether or not to be part of this, as per the American think tank Atlantic Council. Countries like Russia, Japan, the US, China and the UK have launched the initial test program and research projects to test the credibility of CBDC programs. Actually, it was England which was the first one among the countries to propose this idea, and then China joined soon after. Russia is actually on the verge of making its own crypto ruble. The interest of countries looking to launch their own CBDC has more than doubled during the pandemic year. These 81 countries represent over 90% of the world GDP. The pandemic, the surge in interest from ordinary investors and the price of Bitcoin hitting an all-time high in last 12 months has changed the landscape considerably. So when you look at the markets, according to McKinsey, middlemen facilitating the virtual payments around the world made as much as $2 trillion from their services in 2019 alone. All of that actually could go out once the CBDCs come in. It's an offshoot of a legal tender issued by the central bank with potential wide use by households and businesses. China appears to be leading the global race to launch a digital currency. It's known to have distributed already 10 million digital yuan to Shenzhen citizens a year ago. China's CBDC has been used to conduct 62 billion yuan of transactions by the end of October itself. The Reserve Bank of India as well examining the feasibility of a CBDC and may launch a pilot project in the fiscal year April 2022 to March 2023. CBDCs may help governments airdrop money directly into the pockets of the needy during times of stress, as we have seen during the pandemic or last year's coronavirus-induced countrywide lockdowns. The central bank's digital currency is not decentralized like the cryptocurrencies. It is regulated by the respective nations and the governments. Central bank digital currency provides all the benefits that cryptocurrencies provide, but the only difference is it has a regulatory body. CBDCs, well, when you look at the implementation of it, decentralized or semi-centralized is what the markets would be looking at. Also, the other important point is the distribution and validation mechanisms and potential targets, whether it's going to be wholesale or retail. RBI has been examining use cases and is working out a phased implementation strategy for introduction of CBDC with little or no disruption. Introduction of CBDCs can provide significant benefits such as reduction of dependency on cash, reduced settlement risks. CBDCs would also lead to a more robust, efficient, trusted, regulated and a legal tender-based payment system. Associated risks need to be evaluated carefully against potential benefits, and a CBDC, while it is a legal tender issued by a central bank in a digital form, it is the same as fiat currency and is exchangeable one-to-one with the fiat currency.